Okay, I have a sneak preview for you of something that's coming along.
Inside on the other side.
Oh, we can get inside. Okay, I bet you can guess what it is. Ah, look at this! It's so cool in here. Oh. All right, this is our new tiny home. We're moving into a greenhouse. No, not really. We have a regular house to live in. It's very warm, but this is our greenhouse. It's so cool. I'm really excited. I'm making a video like the start to finish greenhouse build, cattle panel. It's gonna be awesome, but Dominic got the plastic on it, so I'm really excited. It's really cool in here. But let's go do some chores. It's getting dark. The leaves are falling. It's getting dark sooner. It's starting to feel like winter. Dominic is carrying heavy things.
What is it?
You're carrying heavy things.
Organize that later.
Should we do the old boy and just like a full...
Yeah, fight scene. The hammer.
Hey guys, comment down below if we should do an old boy style one shot of the farm chores. If you'd be interested in that video. I'm not really making that video.
Well, they're a lot shorter now that the meat chicks are gone.
Yeah, they are. Yep, that's it. What do you have to do?
Just feed the. I'm gonna feed the pigs and put the goat food. Get that ready. Look, they're testing the vents to see if it's electric. There we go.
It's getting dark, so the chickens are they're starting to go into the coop. Pigs are squealing. Goats are yelling. Everybody's hungry. The chickens are going to bed. We do have too many chickens in that coop right now, but that's going to change soon when the greenhouse is finished. Get out of there. That's not for you.
Hey, get out of that. Get out of there. I think the goats. Hey.
They deserve it.
There you go. You guys pick at that. Have that clean when I get back. So while the goats are in the front yard, I usually sneak in and give them their food so I don't have to wrestle with them later.
Well, did you eat the red scoop?
No, I got this one. Putting the goats down in the front yard has been good. It's really given them a lot of food. Obviously the front yard's been established for a long time, and there's parts where it grows really fast, so they've been getting a lot of their food. I put them out for about 2 hours today. They've been eating a lot of it, so they got this place eaten down pretty good. The grass looks great though. I mean, it's really tight, hey? It's like a front lawn almost. It's really tight, and but they got very little forage left in here, so I'm moving them out every day. I'm giving them 3 flakes of hay. If anyone out there is a goat farmer and can tell me if that's enough or too much. There's quite a bit of waste here, as you can see. And this is like, I just jam it in here so they can't just pull it out all on the ground, because I think once it gets on the ground they're not too fussy on it. So I just put it on there and they bite at it and rip it off from the sides. Now there's a lot of waste. I don't know if that's because they're not hungry or if they're starving and they're just eating certain parts out of the hay. So that's why I'm trying to put them out in the front yard to make sure they get lots of food for the day. And the pigs, I moved their food buckets away from their house for now. Really fun to come out in the morning when it's like pitch black and try and find these buckets out in the woods and trip over everything out here. Apparently it's hard in the daytime too.
It was not staged, it was just well timed. It's really stumpy out here. much longer do the pigs have?
16 days, 17 days, something like that. Around the 12th, I think. Somewhere along there. I find they're not drinking much water. I don't know if they're getting it all out of the barrel or out of their food. But I fill this up for them in addition. Every day, and it's hardly ever touched. Over there, on the weekend, we put up a 2x6 in the tree, which we'll be hanging the pigs off of. We're gonna shoot them over there.
That's up there. That is the 2x6 that the pigs are gonna hang off while they're being processed. How are you gonna get them up there? Is the tractor gonna bring them up there?
No, we're not gonna use the tractor now.
Oh, you're not? What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna feed them over there.
Yeah.
And shoot them. And then we're gonna gut them and haul them up there and split them, and then skin them, and then bring them in the barn and hang out.
Very good. Do we have enough space in the barn?
Yep. Cool. Think so. What kind of ventilation?
It's a big joke because we have a lovely one here. Right here. While he's filling up that bucket, I'm gonna check on the compost and see how hot it is, because as you know, or don't know, we processed our chickens last week. How long ago since we processed the chickens? 2 weeks. No, 9 or 10 days. About 9 or 10 days ago, we processed 25 chickens, and we took all of the guts and the offal and we put them in the compost. And I want to see how hot it is, because it was pretty cold before we put them in. So we'll see. Oh, jeez. It's really hot. How hot do you think it is?
155.
It's 150.
Once it cools, I'm going to try to flip it as soon as it cools off to see if there's any chicken guts left after
Oh.
a shorter period of time. Oh, so last time we left it in for like, what was it, 42 days or 50 days or something?
Yeah.
So this time I'm just going to, as soon as it cools off, I'm going to flip it and see if it's gone. See how fast it composts.
Yeah, we have another video where we talked about where we had composted the chicken guts, because a lot of people will feed them to the chickens or kind of throw them away, and most people don't compost meat. We haven't been turning it every week, we've just left them in there. So the last time we did it, we waited 50 days and then we looked inside. We have that video, I'll link it down below or put the card here. And this time Dominic said he's gonna see when it cools down to check it just right away and see how quickly the chickens might have composted. That'd be very interesting.
Did I leave the blue scoop over there?
Yep.
Leave it there for a minute. Everything except for the onion peels.
They're not supposed
There's a
to eat
bunch
those.
of egg and stuff laid in the bottom of there, and so cleanup crew. Thanks.
Good little chickens. Real MVPs. Good night, ladies.
Pulp a cat lick?
I have never been able to do that. Not once in my life. Just in case you're new here, he ferments the feed, so he'll put the, was it 10 pounds now?
Soaking it. I don't put in any.
Soaking it, no.
People put in kefir powder and stuff like that. I don't do that.
No.
But I leave in a little bit of the stuff that was residue from the last day, so I think that helps us kick up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And it'll ferment for it'll soak for 24 hours. And then they'll eat it.
Yeah, chick, 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 chick.
They were sleeping. They were getting to bed.
Yeah, but I spilled some pig food, so come on. Chipmunk comes over. Chick, 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 right here.
How fast that guy is.
It's like if you crack an egg on the floor in your house and you get the dog to come over there. It's the only sensible way to clean up an egg on the floor. Alright, the fun part.
Let's go.
Be free. Go to bed.
Come on, Lippy. Whoa. Like a charm. Alright, so that is it for the evening chores. We're going to go enjoy meal number 4 out of that chicken.
It's my second one today.
Yeah, we cooked the chicken 2 days ago, and we have been eating it ever since for every meal. They're gigantic. Good morning. Say goodbye to the colors and say hello to the frost as winter is coming. It is a beautiful morning here in Cape Breton. I came out to get some B-roll this morning just because the light is really nice and everything looks great. All right. So the colors, well, in our area, there's still colors around the trail, but where we are, they're pretty much gone. But it feels like winter, and so that means we're going to be planting garlic and finishing off the cattle panel greenhouse build. So that's what we're going to be working on today. I'm super excited, but the greenhouse looks awesome. I'm going to show you a little bit more later. So Dominic's going to be working on it. We have a full video coming out of the start to finish build of it, but as you can see, it's not done. So until it's actually done, that video is not going to go out. But looks awesome. So today Dominic is going to be working on that. We're going to be enjoying this beautiful crisp air. It's probably going to get a little bit warmer later. And then I'm going to be starting to prep the garden bed for garlic. For the second time. Last time didn't turn out so well. They were all really, really tiny. But this time it's going to turn out awesome because I'm a little bit wiser and a little bit older. But first I'm going to go in and make breakfast. So we'll see you guys later. I came outside to get something, and the goats were out in the yard. I asked Dominic, and he said that one got out, so the rest of them got out.
Oh, I just let them out.
Oh, so you let them out? One got out, so you let them out? Yeah, he was moving them over into the garden anyway. To let them, well, I'm going to be taking this stuff out of the garden, like I said earlier, so he thought that maybe we would just let the goats in to go and forage in there and eat down anything they like before I get rid of it.
Lots of free food over here, though. I want them to stay over here for a while.
Yeah.
They cruised down around the greenhouse for a bit and ate lots of leaves down there, so I'd love them to come in and eat all this stuff. Free food.
There you go.
Lots of leaves here. Way down too far.
Oh.
I didn't want them to get, I don't know what kind of ornamentals are in that little front patch, and I didn't want them to get to the oak that still has green leaves on it. But then he got back out. So it was just, I kicked the log over when I got out last time.
Yeah.
And he found the hole immediately.
Oh. Is he eating an oak tree? What's that? It's an owl or something. You. What are you doing out here? Yeah. All right. The goats, well, one of the goats escaped. And so Dominic let the other ones out. They're roaming around the yard. But we were already chatting that our garden is ready to go and be prepped for garlic. And we're going to plan something bigger and better next year. But in the meantime, I do have like some herbs still here. Specifically, I've got a lot of dill and some cilantro that's still doing really well. So I'm just gonna snip that up, get rid of it, and then we're gonna officially say goodnight to the garden. We're gonna send the goats in to just see if they want to eat anything in here. There's not really a lot in here, but they can come and get rid of anything that they like. And then I'll start prepping that bed for the garlic.
Are you leading them to somewhere else? Why are you leading them somewhere else?
Scraggler.
All the old grass and stuff that's in our yard.
Hi, every single goat.
The goats are in the garden, closing it down. I'm interested to see what they're going for. It looks like squash, cabbage. They're on the hugel bed. They're gonna clean up the garden for us.
Oh, saying thank you to me.
Don't mess with them.
These goats had zero interest in getting out. Well, Dominic was in there, but now that Dominic is out, they're all wanting to get out. And Martin too. And Martin too. Yeah, I'll let you, bud.
Hold it up for them. They don't like to eat up. They love the sunflower leaves.
Okay, I am out in the original kind of pasture that we were making from the beginning of the year. Just to get a little update on it. It's looking awesome. Look at that dappled light with all of the trees. A few people have mentioned that we should get a tractor or like a skid steer or something to come out and take out the stumps. And absolutely, that would be great. I'd love to get a tractor, which would be really nice. We get a lot of work done if we had like a little tractor or something to haul stumps out. You know, everything's expensive. So we'll see. Maybe we'll rent something next year, or we'll see what goes on. But do a little walkthrough so you can kind of see what it looks like. Oh, jeez. Did they get out on their own? Oh. The goats saw me in their turf, and I could hear them screaming, and so they escaped the garden and they're back in where they are because they think that I'm going to feed them. Anyway, continue on our walk. We're going through. The first place got a lot more sunlight and has been growing for more. This section didn't have as much like rain and everything to grow, so it's not growing as well, but that's okay. It would be awesome to have a tractor to come in and remove these stumps, but alas, it's not in the cards yet. Let's go have a look at some of the old places that the pigs were in. So, kind of in the back here. Oh, yeah. So you can see this used to be all really tight spruce trees, basically. And now I can walk through and see the sun. Shouldn't be walking through here because I'm walking on the grass that's growing. So let's go have a look and see how it's doing. Ooh. But look, it's looking looking pretty good here. You can see it's kind of green. Sunny. It's going to be really lovely next year, hopefully. And yes, if we do remove the stumps, it'll be a lot better. The idea is, if we can't get a tractor or anything in, these roots will rot, and eventually you can just kind of haul them out like these the sticks, so they're big enough so that you can actually pull on them when they start to rot and get loose. So some of it could be done without a tractor. Obviously everything can get done a lot faster with a tractor, but we don't have one. But yeah, it's looking good in here. All the grass is growing up. There's lots of clover and everything. Let me show you. It's looking great. I like being back here. Now you can see the stark difference between here and when I step over the line into the forest where all the spruce is. And she's always coming to bite me. I'm getting out of there. She's definitely gonna bite me. But yeah, that's the way that everything was before, and then this is the way that we want it to be, minus the stumps, which eventually are going to come out. They're either going to rot, or we'll get a tractor or a skid steer or whatever. But it's looking good in here. Pigs are doing awesome. Quick up to speed on our pigs. We've actually got 3 Island, Ossabao, Hog, Berkshire pig cross, and we've been raising them since May. They were born April 1st, and I'm really excited about them because apparently the meat is very marbled, because the Island hog is kind of adapted for times of scarcity and times of abundance. So then you have this nice marbly fatty meat, which is not common in the pink pig, that if you're buying food at pig or pork at the grocery store, you're going to get the standard pink pig, which doesn't have as much fat like throughout the meat. You have the fat like in the bacon and the strips of fat, but not the marbled in the meat. So these should be very good. Very excited. We are processing them ourselves. I say we. Dominic and my brother-in-law Dean are going to be processing them. Dominic will be his first time, but Dean is familiar with it. He is a chef and he's trained with an abattoir in BC. So we're very fortunate. He actually owns one of these pigs, and we've got the other 2. But we're going to be processing them soon. But since we had them, we've been moving them through our, we have like a 26-acre wooded lot here in Nova Scotia, and we've been using them to turn up the ground and help us create pasture for when we do introduce sheep next year. So they've been lots of fun. I've really enjoyed having them. Would definitely do it again. But they've got a couple more weeks to go, and then we're going to be putting them in the freezer. The goats are back in. They decided to return to their pen. Pigs are in. It's a beautiful day, but I think that we're going to have a bit of a lazy day. We've been really, really busy lately, and we've had family and guests over. Tomorrow's Halloween, so it's going to be another busy day, but I'm ready to just take a day and kind of relax, maybe clean a bit. My house is wild. So I think that we're going to end this here, and we'll have lots of stuff going on in the next few weeks. The pigs are going to be processed, the goats are going to be processed. We're going to be finishing the greenhouse build, and Dominic is hopefully starting some fun new projects with the chainsaw. And yeah, the fun never stops. So we'll see you on Wednesday. Take care. Bye-bye.